Let's just get right into it. Um, I'm gonna talk to you like if I was talking to the organization I'm gonna build. I'm gonna talk to you like you're in my organization, and if I say something that doesn't line up for what you're gonna do, flush me and listen to your sponsor. Okay, fair enough. I've been doing building networks for over 12 years now, and I learned one of the biggest things when I got started was that this is an example business. What you do, let me say this, what you do, your team will do half of what you do. So you better be a really, really good example. See, I like to see it today, and I thought the presentation is amazing up here, and the people that are involved with this thing, it's out of this world. And excitement creates action. But then what do you do after you're all excited? You know, what do you do? And this is the part where, listen, I used to be a high school basketball coach too, so I feel like I'm in the locker room now and I want to talk to you. I don't want to pump you up. I want to teach you how to build a business. I want to teach you how to have that you build a business once and it lasts forever. Not that you keep rebuilding your business. You have to keep rebuilding it. You got to keep rebuilding it. You got to keep rebuilding it. I want to teach you how to build it and it lasts forever. That's the way these things are supposed to be built. So what we've created is pretty simple. I don't know where this was at, but I found this in my stuff here today. It's a packet called Tools for Success. In your back office, there's going to be some training videos. So, the Don is on there talking about building a list. And then my wife is on there talking about your personal monthly commitment. I think that's the first thing you got to decide out of the gates here, ladies and gentlemen, is what's your personal monthly commitment going to be in child-saving products. Here's why. You got to have skin in the game. How could you go ask anybody else to save children if you're not having skin in the game? I believe that's the foundation here. You got to have skin in the game. So that's one of the first things I believe you should teach your independent business owners who are getting started with you is what's going to be their monthly commitment, okay? The next one is we created a customer conversation piece. We don't want them to be scripts. We want them to become you, and that's why you're going to need to practice them. But it outlined in there is a customer conversation piece. I'm going to tell you with the people that I'm going to be working with, there is one thing that we are going to do outside. I'm sorry, you build a list. Don's going to talk more about building a list. You got to have a list of people to talk to first, but. The people that I'm going to be mentoring and coaching, I'm going to tell you this. There's one thing we're going to get right, and we're going to get it right off the bat. We are going to get our personal volume done right first. Because if I can't even do 20 to me, and you get paid at a lower level, you can get paid at 1, you can get paid at 6, but coming up to the bigger levels, if you don't do 20 CSPs, you're not going to qualify for some of those levels. And I believe through this customer conversation piece that is created on here, I believe it should take you less than a week to get 20 customer sales, reoccurring, okay? Let me even go back this. There's so much I could throw at you. There's so much I could throw at you, but you can always continue to go to the back office and look at the videos over and over again. Your personal monthly commitment, and I don't know how this is done yet or anything like that, but when you sign up, I believe volume should be done on the same day every single month. I believe I built a business where hundreds and thousands of dollars go through our virtual office every first day of the month. Okay, every first day of the month, because we wanted to get the volume out of the way on the first day of the month so we could focus on where we need to go the other days. Okay, I believe there's a feature that's going to be set up that you as business owners, I highly suggest it's like the 5th of the month. You get all your personal commitment done on the 5th. Your customers will have a choice because some of them will be good at the beginning of the month, some of them will be good at the end of the month. So either it'll be a question to say, well, when would this be good for you? Either on the 5th of the month or the 20th of the month. But then it's solid volume on those days, reoccurring every single month, not fluctuating volume. And if it's a one-time donation, do the one-time donation on the day that you're with them, okay? But there's so much to that piece that I would love to talk to you about sometime. That is so key to have an ongoing volume. Because what it's about, listen, Just because people get involved doesn't mean we save children yet. Just because people got involved doesn't mean we save children yet. We have to sell child-saving products. That's what saves children. That's what also empowers family, because if you don't sell child-saving products, there's no commissions to get paid back on. So all of this is strategic on how you need to do it. So we come up with a customer conversation piece. I believe if you use it, I believe if you go out and get 20 plus customer sales, reoccurring monthly, guess what you can do? You can teach that to everybody else. And do you know how great that duplication is? It's an amazing duplication that you'll be so very, very thankful that you did it right from the beginning. You know? I've seen people get in business and they start recruit people, and they never teach them how to do volume. And then they want to, then they're like, oh my gosh, I have all these people, and nobody's doing volume. And they try to go back and teach them volume, and I'm going to tell you that's the wrong way to do it. You'll never get them to do it. I hope you create and teach them how to do volume first. 1, through your personal monthly commitment, and 2, by using this customer conversation piece to go create your customers' sales first, okay? Then what we created in here, in the text, this is the one you're going to have to put up with me then, is the business conversations. We set you up a business conversation to invite people to a one-on-one presentation. We also put a business conversation in there to the text message somebody to set up a conversation. Listen, if you're talking to somebody 18 to in their 20s, the way they like to communicate is through text. I'm just letting you know. They don't want to hang on the phone like us older people do, okay? They don't want to talk on the phone. What they want to do, they want to find out what's going on, and then they want to get there and do it. That's what the younger generation wants to do. You better learn how to communicate how they communicate. And the goal is not to explain the business over a text message. The goal is not to explain the business or the mission over a phone conversation. A phone conversation is to set up a one-on-one meeting. A text message is to set up a one-on-one meeting to explain the mission. Fair enough? So we set that up for you. We also we gave you the answers to the test. How about the answers to the test? If they say this, you can say this. If they say this, you can say this. We do not want you to be a robot, though. We want you to practice this, and become your conversation. All right? We also set up another business conversation for you to invite people to maybe your home, and it's a group meeting at your home or a group meeting at a hotel. Okay, so it's a different kind of conversation. All right, and all this is explained. Duncan, I'm glad that he's putting these videos in the back office for you. So it isn't like you just got to hear it here today, and we don't have enough time to go through all this here today, but hear it here today. You can keep going back to it. I say in my videos, I'm really hanging loose. I said, listen, we want to make sure we empower you and equip you for the rest of your life. But I'm here every single day, like I'm sitting in your living room right here with you, one-on-one, helping you make that phone call. And you can listen to me over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? But it needs to be duplicatable. It needs to be duplicatable. We also set up some frequently asked questions. If you have any more frequently asked questions that you're getting constant questions, we want to make sure you're empowered. Number one, here's what happens if you don't know the answer. Okay? Number one is you're probably going to make up an answer. Can you not do that, please? Okay? Everybody loses credibility then. Everybody loses credibility. Have the humbleness to say, you know what, I don't know how to answer that, but I'll get you that answer. Have the humbleness to do that. Okay? But if there is some that isn't on that list that you're coming across, please send that in to like Bruce or the guys, and we'll make sure if that's something that keeps coming up, we'll get it answered for you. The process, what I call is a process. I think you get involved. I think you come up with your own personal monthly commitment. And my wife does a great job explaining that on the video. And then after that, I believe you got to get your customer sales. Okay, I believe you got to get up, to me personally, the people that I'll be working with, we're going to get over 20. First thing I'm going to do is get 20 plus. Okay? There's no use me putting people in this business if I can't even do what I'm going to ask them to do. I need to get I need to get the job done first, okay? And then after that, man, we're going to do some one-on-one meetings for people. We're going to do some group meetings for people. We're going to help them get sponsored, and we're going to help them show the mission, what they just did. I always tell this. I'll show 12 for you so you can go show 1,200. But I want to make sure that I'm showing it the right way for them so they can duplicate it, okay? We want to empower you and equip you and continue to grow more tools for you along the way. There's so much more, but I believe if you keep copying that over and over again, personal monthly commitment, I believe on the 5th of the month for business owners, we get it done on the 5th every single month. Then do your customer sales, get your customers to do it on the 5th or the 20th, okay? And then you go out and share the mission. And as you get them involved, you get them to do it on the 5th, and then you teach them the same pattern over and over again. You get good at rolling through it, and then you just keep copying it over and over. All right? I know this was a lot in a short period of time, so much more to go through, but we want to keep our time real short. So here's Duncan.